It's Monday, and that means it is time for Beg Knows America, where CBS News contributor David Begnaud finds the heart in every story. From Harvard to the NFL, Desmond Bryant tells David how he tackled his toughest opponent, addiction.
In February 2013, a photo of Desmond Bryant went viral. He was 27 years old, a former Harvard football player, days away from signing a 5-year, $34 million contract with the Cleveland Browns. Instead, he was waking up in a jail cell.
I thought that sticking my tongue out was a good idea. I came out of jail the next morning, and not only was my mugshot all over, photoshops of me had already begun. Memes were already starting to trend.
Bryant grew up in Delaware, set his sights on Harvard and the NFL at age 7, and somehow did both. But the same relentless drive that got him there followed him into the bottle. Were you an alcoholic?
Absolutely.
In Cleveland, the injuries piled up. Then the Browns voided his contract, and the game that had given him everything was gone. What'd you do?
That's when I really fell into the darkness, man. Losing football is a devastating thing. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I didn't really have a purpose.
So you were drinking? Were you doing drugs?
Yeah, I was drinking and I was doing some cocaine.
He tried going back to finish his degree at Harvard. It didn't last. For the first time in his life, the work ethic that had carried him everywhere couldn't save him.
I've always felt like a Superman. I could do anything. So I hadn't really been anywhere in life and not been able to succeed. And all of a sudden, drinking was something that you cannot beat.
During the pandemic, alone in a big house in Florida, things got even worse. It wasn't until a therapist had him close his eyes and talk to that version of himself, the one on the couch, that he understood how lost he really was.
And I was in that house by myself, drinking to the worst. And talking to myself in that moment, like, I came to the realization that I was like, I wanted to die. She had me talk to myself on the couch in that moment. And I was trying to talk to myself, and he was telling me to go F off, I don't care, I want to be done with it. And that was really revelationary for me, because that really didn't resonate with me when I would go to different treatment centers and say, hey, do you want to die? No, I don't, of course not, that doesn't make sense. But once I realized that, it explained all of these decision making. It's like I was so lost and I didn't care about my health or anything, that I was gonna do whatever floated.
The road back ran through a yoga studio. At first, it was just a workout. Then came the moment he could not ignore.
First started doing yoga, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit still. I didn't want to spend time with myself.
Can you lay with yourself now?
Absolutely.
Big breath in through the nose.
And then one breathwork class cracked something open.
I went into that class, and for the first time, I started tearing up from just a few simple breathwork drills. I started feeling like my Native American heritage, my ancestral heritage. I've never really felt it before, but I could feel it in that moment, and I really felt like God touched me.
Hello, sir.
Today, Bryant says he's sober.
Daniel has your mats right around the corner. Thank you.
Owns a yoga studio in Miami Beach and volunteers to feed the homeless.
Oh, the swan dive all the way down, there we go.
The father of 2 has found a purpose that does not require a contract.
Now jump your feet back.
What does being a good father look like for you?
I show up every day, I set an example, and I communicate as honestly and effectively as I can. The wisdom that I've taken and imparted onto them.
As for that mugshot, the one that made him a punchline, well, he's making peace with it.
My test is my testimony. That period of darkness, I learned a lot. Learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about humanity, and I had to adapt. Fortunately, I was able to get out of it. And so the things that I learned, I want to share those with others now.
Powerful once again from David. Desmond said, my test is my testimony. That right there really encapsulates everything that he has been through and where he's at now.
I find it so fascinating. In the NFL, you probably knew this. People, guys that seem to have it all, sometimes are dealing with personal struggles that you don't know about, even though they're your teammates.
Yep. And it's happened time and time again. But it's good that guys are talking about it now. It's not taboo for guys to tap into their feelings.
Something's on the other side.
Something is
with
on
recovery.
the other side.